All right, hello again everyone. I got a lot of people asking about the fenders on my Bronco and other people just in general asking about the Bronco, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of walk around, a little bit of details about what I did to it, and then I'll tell you where everything's from, and then hopefully everyone will stop asking. All right, to start off, the big thing was the wide body fenders. Everyone wanted to know where they came from, how they fit. So I did take a video before, I just haven't done it. The front is a bolt-on, as you can see. They do not come pre-drilled. You have to mock it up, fit it up. I just used some real strong duct tape, got it about to where I liked it, and then drilled a hole with a pretty tight tolerance. That way big bumps, stuff like that, the fender wouldn't shift at all. The back is over top, so it's just sitting on top of the old panel. I cut the old panel out and I left a little bit of a wheel well just to save the fiberglass from getting any big rocks. I did have to extend my fuel neck mount, as you can see, and I had to trim all this out. It was just set in, I just cut it and used a nice file, drilled my holes, everything fit nice. People are asking how they fit to the tailgate. Well, I think they come with one that has a taillight pocket, but I didn't want to spend the extra money, so I just ended it at the taillight pocket. There's a little bit of a gap, but it's really not that noticeable, especially when we paint it. And the Zeus fasteners, you can kind of tell already that it's an overtop panel, so I didn't think it looked too bad. I just have my nice Zeus fasteners all the way around. I did add just a little bit of some closed cell foam just to keep it from vibrating at all. The Zeus fasteners fit nice and tight. It keeps it real tight and it's not going anywhere, but it was just a little bit of fiberglass on the metal. I didn't want any vibrations, so I added a little bit. I got my new tailgate that I have to paint, add my spare tire carrier. I'm gonna use my plasma table to build new bumpers for it, front and back, kind of off-roady style. I do have to finish cutting this out for the spare tire carrier rack to go on there. I think I might fill these in with fiberglass, do the bodywork, and add some Raptor style lights on the fenders, just some nice little baby ones. Yeah, nice red door, because this thing was laid on its side before, and then I got it, the door was messed up, the cowl here was messed up, the whole box side was caved in, so I took it to work one day. I put it on the frame machine, pulled everything back out, got my door gaps to fit. The door needs to go forward just a little bit, but overall they fit pretty well. I got my TIS off-road wheels, and then this is what everyone hates me for. 5.3 LS in here. It's just a standard 5.3 LS out of a 2001 Silverado. Nothing done to it yet, just headers, MSD coils to fit with the headers. Put a new brake booster on. I did take the master cylinder off the Silverado to put on this, just a little bit better. I don't have an air filter on it right now because I don't really care, and it's gonna be getting 80mm turbo that I have for it in there anyway. So took out the factory airbox, plasma cut out a panel to replace it. Still have to paint that, but yeah, honestly, cheapest, best thing I could ever done. It's cheap power. It dropped in super easy. It's probably too dark, you probably can't see my motor mounts, but the motor mounts for the LS were right where they were supposed to be on the frame. Pretty much just dropped straight in. I just fabbed some up, stuck them on. All the wiring looks a little ugly right now. I think I need to finish tying everything together, clean it up, and making some sort of panel to make it look nice. Just haven't got there yet. Kind of janky coolant hoses right now. I need to build my own custom ones, pre-bent. I used the old radiator because it was twice as thick as the stock one, but also size-wise, I would have had to cut so much out of the radiator support, and it would have just been a lot of work dealing with the mounts down at the bottom. So I just figured it would keep it cool enough, and honestly, it runs cooler than it did stock from Chevy because they ran 190 to 210. I rarely see this thing get over 188 degrees, so I guess I was right. Everything fit pretty well. I have a temporary transmission mount that I welded up just so I could get everything mocked up. I'm gonna use my plasma table to make a nice one and have all like the triangles and look all industrial and cool. I might add a carrier bearing to my drive shaft. Not sure yet. It's not too bad. If you get going over about 65 and if you're under load, you don't feel anything, but as soon as you let off the throttle, there's just a little bit of vibration. Didn't have much room for the exhaust though. Good thing I have a lift kit. I ran it in between my member and my frame, but that front axle will never travel enough to hit it, so I'm not too worried about it. Gauges I put in, they are Intellitronics for this year of Ford pickup and Bronco. They're pretty nice. I think they look good. All the fuel senders. I have a GPS speedometer because I did not want to tie into the transmission, and long story short, I ended up getting it for free, so I figured I might as well use it. I need to do seat covers or redo the seats. I'm gonna bed line the whole floor all green. Need to jam that door, paint the outside. I'm probably just gonna use single stage because I still want to be able to mud bog this thing and have some fun with it. So I do have a new back window for it. I need to put together my tailgate. I need to paint the top. Everything still needs a little work, but it's slowly coming along. I'll start it up so you guys can hear it. So yeah, pretty good for now. It's not gonna sound the same. Pretty soon it's gonna have a turbo that I'm gonna pull a hole, drill a nice hole right in here out of the hood. It's gonna come up through. A lot of people have been talking crap on me for that, but I really don't care. One thing I forgot to mention, LS swap, I kept the factory tank. I did pull it down. I had to move the rollover valve, add a return line. Not that big of a deal. I got a Speedway Motors MSD fuel pump, and then I just have my lines ran up to there, my vent, and then just straight up to my factory fuel rail. I added a Speedway Motors. It's a new shift linkage, not bad. I haven't set up the four-wheel drive yet. That is one thing that I need to do. I have the harness for it. I need to get a drive shaft and pretty much just wired up, and then it's ready to rock. So all right, everyone, I will put a link in the description below for the fenders, the Intellitronics gauges. If you saw anything else that you think you might be interested in, just comment and I'll tell you where I got that too. There she is. I will make a video when I get around to it. I got an LS9 cam for it, bolts right in the 5.3. It's meant for boost. I have the turbo. I'm just gonna plumb it myself. Do all the exhaust, all the plumbing to the turbo, out of the turbo, bracing the turbo, all that stuff myself. I will make a video of it, hopefully, when I go through and do my little bit of build. I'm not going too crazy with it. Cam, head studs, new valve springs, and pretty much throw some boost at it, tune it, and see what we can do with it. So if you guys like this video, you can like, subscribe, or do whatever. I really don't care. Cheers.